You know those days where everything just sucks? I'm having one of those. So I thought, what better day to film a little self-care thing, a little self-care video. And I'm gonna talk about my illnesses a little bit, because they're a big part of my life.
Yeah, no shit, honey!
So, I mean, I'm still in jeans. That's not part of relaxing. So, I'm gonna go change. I have sweats on now. I'm just gonna... It's later at night than I usually film, so everyone's home. So let's chat. I've been having a mental breakdown all night, so this isn't helping. So we'll get mental illnesses out of the way first, right? So when I was about 13, maybe, somewhere around there, like young teens, I was diagnosed with general anxiety disorder, and it started out as seasonal depression, but now it's just depression. Those are really fun to have together, you know, because some days you wake up and it's like your depression's like,
I don't want to do anything. I want to call into work. I want to not go to school.
And then your anxiety's like, well,
if you do that, you're not gonna amount to anything, and your life's gonna go downhill, and you're gonna get fired, and you're gonna drop out, and you're gonna be a crackhead.
So it's like a constant battle. I also have a little OCD in there. That's really fun. My OCD is like, if I wear a certain perfume or a certain outfit one day, the perfume is the biggest thing. If I wear perfume and then I have a bad day, I don't wear that perfume again, or else I think that I'll have a bad day. Logically, that doesn't make sense, but I'm trying to tell that to my brain.
Try it.
It's really fun. When I was young as well, I was 16 when I was told I had PCOS, which is polycystic ovary syndrome. Long story short, I had a cyst this big on my ovary. Had to get surgery to get it out. And that was really great. Loved that. So I was put on birth control. And every now and then, there's a cyst and I just have to wait for it to burst. Because they don't do surgery on it if it's not big enough.
I forgot to mention how much PCOS impacts my weight and my mental health on a day-to-day basis. Like, some days you're fine, the next day you're bloated and disgusting and everything is awful. So it's really great.
So along with the anxiety and depression, I would say about 2 years ago now, I was put in the hospital in the psych ward, you know. And while I was in there, they did the blood work like they do with everyone. And they were like, yo, your liver levels are off the charts, sis. Like, you might want to get that checked out. So I got out of the psych ward and I was home for about 2 days before my mom was like, yeah, you're yellow. And I was the definition of jaundice. But at the time, I didn't care too much. I didn't think anything of the fact that I had been losing weight like crazy, like 40 pounds in a month or two. So we went to the hospital, and the hospital in my town didn't know what was going on. So I sat there for a few days in that hospital while they called me a medical mystery. The thing is, I felt fine. That's the scariest part, is that I felt fine. I just didn't look fine, and my tests weren't fine. But I felt perfectly fine. Oh, my eyes. And I remember one day, my mom came to visit me after work, And I had tomato soup for lunch that day. She didn't know that though. When she came in, I was puking. And it was the tomato soup, so it was red. And she thought that it was blood. She thought I was dying. So she was freaking out. And I'm like, Mom, it's just soup. Gross. So my eyes hurt so bad. So then, where was I? So then they transferred me to a hospital like 2 hours away that specializes in liver stuff. So I stayed there for about 2 weeks, a week or 2 weeks. And at this point I was so itchy, like so itchy. I was scratching my whole body. I was still yellow. I was just exhausted and like confused. And I wasn't acting like myself anymore. Cause like your bilirubin is supposed to be at 0.5. Mine was at 17. And I felt fine, like in my head I was fine. Anyways, so, I just got this done. Anyways, I'm sorry if I'm being quiet. So they did a liver biopsy, and that's what I remember it. It was really scary. They took a needle like this long, and it was like thick. It wasn't thick, but like it was thick. And they put it in my liver. I don't know if I showed you the right side. I can't remember right now. I'm actually having a flare-up right now, so I'm kind of all over the place and itchy.
So,
I hate this. So they did the biopsy and they tested a bunch of other stuff. They were taking my blood frequently. Like, I was in a lot of tests. I was getting like ultrasounds and stuff on my insides and all that. And then they finally told me that I have autoimmune hepatitis and Graves' disease. I didn't know that I had either of those, and they both had a flare-up at the same time. So that was really great. I was losing weight like crazy because of it. I was just a mess. So they put me on prednisone, and that's like a really intense steroid to get my liver back to like okay. So I gained weight like crazy. And then with my thyroid, I went back up to this town like a week or two later, and I took a radioactive pill, and they killed off part of my thyroid. So now I'm on medication for that. I'm on medication for my liver still, which that's never gonna, like, these things aren't gonna go away. I'm gonna be on medication for my whole life, which is crazy to think about. So I'm on the medication for my thyroid, the medication for my liver, my birth control for my PCOS, and an antidepressant.
I'm
so out of it. So now that you know like my story and how I found out I had all these things, we'll talk about like the fun things. By that I mean not fun things. So like right now, for example, I'm having a flare-up, so I'm like itchy, and it's annoying because the medication that I take for my liver weakens my immune system. That's the whole point of it, so my immune system doesn't attack my liver again. So like every time I hear the word flu, I want to scream. It's awful. It's no fun. I got this for like cheap, and I use this as if you care. I only recently started taking care of my skin. As awful as that sounds. So why am I making this video? Why am I making this especially on a bad day? stuff's real. Face mask. I have so many of these. And I always just use the one. I feel like it's important to talk about more than we do. Because this stuff affects me and so many other people every day. It's so frustrating to know that, like, I'm not normal. And I know.
Normal's boring. No one's normal.
But, like, sometimes I just want to be normal. Like, I have so many mental breakdowns over the fact that I have to take pills every day just to survive. But we're chilling. We get through it. I have these hard days, and then I do this, and I do a little face mask. I do a little bubble bath. I sit in my car and cry, get my feelings out, because I think it's really important to get your feelings out, for sure. Holding it in doesn't help anyone at all. At all. So, like, if you're out there and you're watching this because you're subscribed to me, you're watching this because someone sent it to you, you're watching this because you just stumbled on it, you're watching this because you just got diagnosed with one of these and you don't know what to do. There are hard days, but you're not alone. There are good days, and enjoy those. Because, like, honestly, I have a lot of days now where I'm happy I didn't kill myself. That's really weird to say. Let your emotions out. If you don't want to talk to anyone, write it down. You know? Get it out of you some way. If you don't have a good support system, I'll be your support system. Like, hit me up. I don't care who you are. I don't care if we've never talked before. I don't care if we've talked before and we have issues. Because, like, I know how it feels to feel like you're lonely. I was blessed with a really great support system my whole life. My mom. And I have really great friends. But not everyone has that. So, I'll be your friend. Talk to me. Even if it's not one of these things that I've talked about. Because there's so much still that I haven't said. This is so annoying. This is such a serious video. I'm gonna start my bath. You never know what someone else is going through, so just, like, be nice, you know? I look stunning. My bath is, like, ready. I'm gonna get in the bath now. I'm not gonna film that, so I guess this is the end of the video. But I just wanted to tell you that, like, no matter what you're going through, no matter what illnesses you have, even if you don't have any and you're just having a bad day, it's okay to have a bad day. This is just what I do when I have a bad day. Get your emotions out, cry in your car for half an hour, come home, clean your face, get in the bath. If you want me to do a video in more detail about anything, or if you want to know more about my life, I guess, I don't know why, let me know. All my socials will be down there as always. The camera's getting foggy because the bath is so hot. Okay, this is a mess, and I think I'm posting another video this week or this weekend, so, and it'll be funny, so sorry about the serious content. Okay. Go watch other videos of mine to laugh. I'm gross right now. Okay. I love you guys.